What is about this whole game, chess, when we say, why did it come in your journey? Why chess? Were you a very quiet guy, a very person who keeps, observing things and likes that slow and, a sharp mind? Are these your traits that led you to become a chess player?
Not at all. I don't think there are traits that make you a chess player. It was the other way. I was very lucky in my circumstances. My mother was a good chess player. She knew the game of chess, which is already a big step, because 40 years ago, if you wanted to learn chess, you needed a family member or a friend to teach you.
Okay.
You couldn't just look it up. You couldn't look it up and stuff, right? So I was very lucky that my mother and her younger brothers, my uncles and all, played chess.
They would play chess at home?
They knew chess, and they played once in a while. They didn't take it as seriously as I did, of course. So I was lucky. Then I was lucky that Madras was the strongest city in India at that point for chess.
Yeah.
And that we had one of the best chess clubs in India.
Wow.
So in that sense, once my mother introduced me to the game, it went quite fast. I got to compete at a decent level. And then for many years it was fairly quiet, and then I had this breakthrough year in '83. And so it went. But circumstances.
Any anecdote you remember of your mother's and yours where you can remember that this was the turning point in our lives? There's so many things your mother might have taught you. What led you to stick with chess?
Maybe the most important thing was my mother instilled in me the habit of every time I play a game, and I discuss it and analyze it with my opponent, to come back home and write down the game and write down all the variations that we discussed. A kind of journal, yeah. You keep a thing. You just come back and you say, this is the game I played. You write down the notation, and then you say, in this move I wanted to do this, but my opponent wanted to do this. You put in all these observations and keep it. And this turned out to be very, very useful.
Yeah.
Because many years later, when you've forgotten what happened, you can look it up.
Wow.
And these are nice things. Also, it teaches you some objectivity. Typically, if we're sitting in an exam and we're doing badly, right after the exam, for 5 minutes maybe, we'll be honest and say, I couldn't remember the answer.
Yes.
1 hour later, no, I remember the answer, but the pen slipped. Give some excuse. The next day, I remember the answer, but these questions are not even in the portions. Your head will come up with new excuses. So this honest writing your impressions as soon as possible is a good habit to have.
I think you just said that own up your mistakes immediately before you dismiss it yourself.
Correct.
It's a great learning, but one message that I want to get for the youngsters today, chess has been, now it has become a game of interest rather than an elite game. Do you believe that?
I think it is definitely expanded in more corners of the globe.
Yes.
And in more circles. Of course, we continue and we love the hardcore chess fans, but any modern sport has to have a broader audience than that, and definitely chess has expanded.
It is very tough.
It is a game. I mean, all games are tough. Even games which look easy, if you actually thought about how difficult it is to do, you'll discover that the amount of effort involved is crazy. But I think we are communicating it much better.
Yes.
We have better commentary, we have better graphics, better visuals, and even a casual person can follow a chess game and enjoy it nowadays.